It's been, I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly. Obviously, I'm non-native, and I've not really been intimidated by this stuff, but I work with people, some of whom are very intimidated. Administrations, for example, that didn't want to know. So when it comes to even putting up a piece of art or something on the wall or a poster, there's always that, there's always an anxiety. I don't feel the anxiety because I feel I want to be here. But I do find people sometimes objecting, sometimes saying, well, what'd you do that for, or whatever. However, I want to ask you, do you think it would be, I won't say in good taste, but perhaps too intimidating for us to use at least a part of the space, if not as much as possible, to essentially tell the story, insofar as we know it, of what happened here? I know for some people, they say they think that would be too overwhelming or intimidating or challenging for students, faculty, people who come to the space. But to me, I think it has to, that has to air, that has to happen. Because we have a lot of photographs of virtually what was going on in every room in the place, or what it was like. And even though it's been changed somewhat, well, substantially, we can represent that story with the children in the dorms, in the dining rooms, on the playground. We have artifacts. As artists, as writers, what do you think of us basically just doing that? As Nike says, just do it. Would that be a, or should we sort of call people together in the school and say, here's a proposal, blah, blah, blah?
Just combining what you and Steve were saying, imagine going to school here, or I imagine going to school here with a graveyard of your peers and the people who came before you in the playground, just in the back. That display, you're not erasing that. That display is profound. I think that we shouldn't be afraid as artists, curators, organizers of making mistakes, but of trying everything. And if you're not causing offense, then you're not doing your job. There's a lot of anxiety. I remember Heather, and I'll never say her name right, creating displays that were non-offensive but informative, and I think at baby steps, that's a good thing to do. But why are we keeping these secrets? That's just a performance of that dominant structure again. And I think we shouldn't be afraid of the pain and of bad taste. But I also think I'm for the gallery system because it's a space apart, like the graveyard, where one thing can be tried and another thing can be tried, and no one has to enter into that space. No one has to walk through and see those things as part of the installation of the building. It changes. It's always removing and restoring again. We can learn from our mistakes.